Hello everybody and welcome to Pigknit. If you're not familiar with my channel, nice to meet you. My name is Jessie. Welcome to my art channel. Today I'm painting a tiny gingerbread house, and this was a last minute decision. I had another idea for this week altogether, and for some reason at the last minute I was like, nope, let's just paint a gingerbread house and make a little tiny one. And I actually had thought to myself, first I was gonna paint it with acrylics, which is like, whoa, I don't ever use acrylics. I barely even use watercolor. But I was thinking I could paint it with acrylics and I could paint it on the inside of a bottle cap. Now, wouldn't that have been cool? Wouldn't that have been a challenge? However, I couldn't find a bottle cap, and you'd think with all the day drinking I do, I would have tons of bottles lying around with bottle caps, but surprisingly, even in my basement, I had none. So instead, I decided to make a little watercolor on a scrap of watercolor paper that I had, and I was like, maybe when all is said and done, I can either give this as like a little tiny Christmas gift, or I could use it as a tag, you know, like a Christmas tag, in case you didn't get that. I have only made an actual gingerbread house one time in my life, and I don't think that the right way to do it is supposed to cause you to want to throw it against the wall. That's just my thinking, but that is how my experience went. I had the most awful time making a gingerbread house. It was not jolly. It was not festive. It was frustrating. The walls kept collapsing. I don't know why. I think maybe, I'm going to guess the frosting, quote unquote, the frosting concrete was the problem because it wasn't adhering. And so everything kept collapsing and I was so frustrated. So this was maybe 10 years ago, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna make one again. You know, I feel like I should. I feel like for closure, I should try again. I feel like I can't have my one and only time making a gingerbread house be awful. I think I need to give it another chance. Ooh, that is a good question for you in the comment section below. What is one thing that you need to revisit because you probably could use some closure on it? Here's another example. Fire in the Sky. Fire in the Sky is a movie about aliens, and as you guys know, I was terrified of aliens when I was little. I still am terrified of aliens, to be quite honest. And Fire in the Sky was a movie that was about aliens, and this guy gets abducted by aliens, and it shows the abduction scene. And in my memory of being 5 years old or something, it was very disturbing and terrifying. And for some reason, my parents had this habit, and I'm sure this is a common thing, where they're watching something that is probably too scary for kids or inappropriate, and they would just let me come in and join them and cuddle on the couch while they're watching this thing that's going to scar me for life. That movie was hands down the scariest movie I've ever seen when I was little, and it scared me so much, and it did the exact same thing to my sister. So we were both, for our entire life, horrified of Fire in the Sky. Now, I've noticed it's on Netflix, and I'm going to rewatch that movie at some point in my life so that I can really decide, was it worth being that scared of for my entire life? My sister rewatched it and she said, overall the movie was really boring, but that scene is actually still pretty scary. So, that's on my to-do list. But what is on yours? What is something that you need to revisit because your first time was maybe not so great, and maybe it deserves another chance? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, now I'm going to completely change gears because I got an email this morning and I noticed that YouTube is now offering a feature that I just was saying to Justin earlier. They need to have this feature, and boom, it's available. YouTube channels are now allowed, similar to Twitch, to update, put up a status update for you to see, which is awesome because in the event that my video is going to be late, in the event that I'm not going to have a video, in the event that I want to take a poll and ask what kind of video you guys would like to see. Sorry, my heat just kicked on and I hear it blowing and it's pretty loud, and you can probably hear it on this microphone. There's probably going to be some broken stuff for a while because YouTube is YouTube, but apparently I guess it's like a community tab. Hang on, let me look at it. Let me look at it using Boogie2988 as my example. Yes, okay, so when you go on the YouTube channel itself, there's a tab called Community where the channel can put up a post. So if someone like myself doesn't have a video up and you're like, what the heck, where's her video? You can go to the community tab and maybe, just maybe, I've posted an update to explain why and ease your worries. Because I know you guys are all in a panic when I don't upload a video. But as far as this painting goes, this probably took me about a half an hour from start to finish. It was very simple. I didn't like the white that I did on the roof. I'm regretting it. Hashtag regrets. I wish, you know what I need? And I would love if somebody knows a good brand. I need like a white, very opaque ink that I can just like very delicately brush instead of using the white Jelly Roll gel pen all the time, because it doesn't always, depending on the surface that you're using, it doesn't always stick. And you'll see that it does this on the roof. So instead of using the Jelly Roll gel pen, I tried to use the gel pen, it didn't work. I ended up using white acrylic paint, which also was not super great. So I could really use like an ink. I feel like this video is a little even more rambly than my usual rambliness is. So if you're not into that, I apologize, but if you are, it's a special treat for you. At the beginning of December. It's the 1st of December! If December's anything like November, it's gonna fly, so hold on tight and get ready for some holiday festivities. But thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next week.